Hello, welcome to the GenXplainers podcast, The Perfect Song. We have a special show today. It's our high school reunion show. We have our regular panelists, Mike and Al, here, but we also have special guest Sean. Say hello, Sean. And Matt. Say hello, Matt.
Hello, Matt.
All of us went to the same high school at the same time. So,
hold on. Can I just say, Matt, I think it's safe to say,
yes,
we were probably the 5 coolest people at our high school at
totally.
that time.
And I'm sure everyone
100%.
at that time would have agreed. Nobody here to argue with us, so it must be true.
Yes. All right. So today we are doing a song that Mike has brought, and we are going to let him take it on now. Take on me, Mike.
It is not Take on Me.
Oh, I thought it was. That's what I listened to.
man.
Oh, man.
So it's not that. However, it is The Killing Moon by Echo and the Bunnymen, which was a song released in 1984 on the album Ocean Rain. It's a song that, I probably first heard actually when it came out, because I got into that. I got into them when I was in high school. In fact, the person who introduced me to them was Renee Maché. Renee, yeah. She was a huge fan. So she was a huge fan of them. And so I do remember that. I was over at her house with one of our get-togethers, and she put videos of them on. And so that's how I knew about them.
Under blue moon I saw you, so soon you'll take me up in your...
The reason I brought this song is because Ian McCulloch has notoriously said that it's the greatest song ever written. And since he's the writer, I'm
Guess we're done here.
We're finished.
I thought we should test. I thought we should test that with a group, and not just go by what Ian McCulloch said.
Yeah.
Now the actual quote is, and I've got it here. I've always said that The Killing Moon is the greatest song ever written. I'm sure Paul Simon would be entitled to say the same thing about Bridge Over Troubled Water, but for me, The Killing Moon is more than just a song. It's a psalm, almost a hymnal. So that was what Ian McCulloch said. He believes he wrote the greatest song ever written.
I would just also point out that he thinks the only possible rival to it is Bridge Over Troubled Water.
That's it.
Says a
It's
lot.
those two. Those are the 2 songs.
Yeah.
What are we
And
even
that we're
doing
not
here if we're not
considering
listening
Bridge
to
Over
those
Troubled
2?
Water today, I find troubling. I'd say too.
Well, there is another part about when people asked him what the song's about. He said it's about everything from birth to death to eternity and God, whatever that is, and the eternal battle between fate and the human will. It is my to be or not to be. So, he has a little bit of an ego.
He likes the song. Okay.
He does love the song.
He likes Ian. I think
He
it's
likes
safe to
Ian,
say.
yeah. Well,
But one of the things that when they were making the song, part of what they did was they were listening to Space Oddity and playing it backwards, and that's how they came up with some of the sounds of the guitar. Which again, when you listen to it, doesn't sound anything like Space Oddity, but that's how they were playing with it as they went along.
Matt, can you dial up Space Oddity and play it backwards? So we can.
I could do that.
I've never told anyone this, but I think what I did was wonder what the chords of Space Odyssey backwards would sound like. So instead of "I'm control to me to tell," I went. And thereby, I created the greatest song ever written.
I believe if it masked in the tracks, it says Ian McCulloch is Jesus.
And and actually, one of the things that the really famous twangy guitar part of the song that they repeat a lot through it came up with the producer heard the tuning the guitar during rehearsal and said, we got to put that in, and that's how that became part of the song. So I thought that was really interesting too. And I did find this little tidbit funny too. The song was used in Donnie Darko originally, but then when it was re-released by the director's cut, the director replaced it with In Excess's Never Tear Us Apart. And and then
Not the same vibe.
Ian McCulloch reacted to that saying, "Aren't some people knobheads?" So anyway,
Yes.
he was kind of upset, but he
I
thought
kind
it
of
was
agree with him on that one.
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking,
I do. But they didn't think the film was going to do any business or go anywhere at all, and so they just took 300 pounds for the rights, and so they regretted that later on.
Well, I'll just say that, I found a quote from Ian McCulloch that said about the lyrics, certain lyrics coming to him in a dream. He's quoted saying, "Oh, I always have credited the lyric to God." So he I think he considers God a co-writer. So, I mean, if that's the case.
Or he is God.
Possibly. Anyway.
He also attributed the astronomical imagery to the song to his childhood interest in space. So, partial credit to Neil Armstrong, I believe.
Co-writer with God, Ian, Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin. He will wait until you give yourself to him.
So, I mean, I'll start off with like sort of my recollection of it. Like you, Mike, obviously, and probably all of us, we heard it in high school. I think that I had already had a couple albums, probably, or at least I know I had Porcupine, pretty sure. But I was excited when the album came out. I have a distinct memory of being in, I think it was Mrs. Papworth's class at the beginning before we sat down.
Oh God, all the teacher names
and
coming out now.
and going for some reason, because I'm a weirdo, I was going, "I'm the yo man always," and that's another song on that album. That's for some reason I remember that moment, because probably everyone looked at me like, "You're a fucking weirdo." But I love the song, and it did become one of their biggest hits, and that's really all I can say about it. Most people know this song. If they know Echo the Bunnymen song, this is the one.
Yeah, I think it's unquestionably, whether it's your favorite or not, it's the Echo and the Bunnymen song in terms of sort of their stairway to heaven, so to speak. But
Never heard this played in Guitar Center.
No, that's true. Well, I don't know. Maybe in the 90s that could have been happening. But same thing. Heard it in high school. I'm sure it was either the Quake, KQAK, or probably KSJS, something like that at that time for us. And there you go, representing alumni in the house.
Now you both work KSJS, right? And you were both.
I give Sean full credit for my incredibly overlong tenure at KSJS. I had gotten into a junior college and was having a miserable experience, and Sean was the one who said, "Hey, come work at KSJS. You don't have to be a student here yet to do that." And fell in love with it and was there for like over 10 years, just doing all kinds of shenanigans. So yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize you went on another. Like I was there 4.5, so you were there a good 5.
I was there
plus years.
I was there post graduation. They had to finally change the locks to get me to stop coming in. So, we're making a lot of jokes about Ian McCulloch, and rightly so. But I mean, oh my gosh, I can remember hearing this song, and it's one of those songs where when you hear it for the first time, in my experience, you stop what you're doing and you're just focused on the radio, the stereo, wherever it's coming from. And it's an undeniably incredible song. Setting aside McCulloch's ego for just a few moments. It's one of those songs that clocks, it's almost 6 minutes long. I never feel like I just spent 6 minutes listening to this song. One of those long songs that feels short. It's emotional. It's brooding. It's got that sort of gothic feel to it, and his emotions all in his voice tell as much of the story as anything going on in the lyrics. Just the way it kind of gets higher pitched, and he seems to be in agony, and there's a sort of lower key resignation by the end of the song. Incredible performance on this track.
Yeah.
And great enunciation on cruelly.
Yeah, really, really.
That was
fits
God.
every syllable.
That was God's idea, I think, when he was writing this.
Or Neil Armstrong, one of them.
So cruelly you kissed me.
Cruelly.
So this album for me, I don't know exactly when I first heard it or latched onto it, but I bought it, and I only took 4 albums with me to college and a little cheap stereo I bought because I didn't know what my living situation was going to be like. And this was one of the 4, and one of the other 4 is behind me, and I'll be talking about one of the songs off it. So when I saw it on the list today, I was like, man, I can't believe that 2 of the 4 albums I walked into college with are on the show today.
Wow.
And that thing sat on my turntable. I mean, and as Matt just said, like I could drop the needle on that anytime, listen to it anytime. I was in a grocery store a couple of years ago and heard it. I literally was like, it's one of those things, you hear it and you're in. It's a portal to that universe, right? Like it is, you are there. And I think that's, to me, like one of the things that makes a great song is like, you don't have to know what it's about, but the moment you hear the opening bars of that song, you are in. You are taken to that place, wherever that place is, you are there and you are locked in. And that song, there are songs I like more on that album than that song, but that song in particular is one where it takes you to the place. You don't, fate up against your will. Like you're like, whoa, I don't know what this guy's talking about, but I want to know. Like, I don't know where he got this inspiration, but I want to be a part of this. And it's, it is truly a great song. I can't deny that.
Well, when you hear it at a Trader Joe's, you've made it too.
The things I've heard
That just means we're old.
markets. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also
wait till it makes a car commercial.
Ooh. I'm just going to tell you right now, Mike, that the last song I heard at Trader Joe's earlier this week was Chuck E's in Love. So I don't know what that says about your theory, but
She's made it.
I think I knew I was old when I heard when the Carnival Cruise Line used "Lust for Life," and I'm like,
oh God, I know.
Did they listen to the song? But
Exactly. I just picture people shooting heroin on the deck of the boat.
the activities. That's one of the activities on the boat.
That's
The first
like
thing
one of
I
those
heard, I
with
was
the-
like, wow, heroin now, huh? Wow.
commercial just features people laying around
Just,
all
like,
over
nodding.
the place. Nobody doing anything.
once the bacteria breaks out, there's nothing else to do anyway. You can't go onto land.
How about you, Al?
I heard it in high school. I mean, it's going to be a similar story.
Mhm.
I immediately fell in love with that song, in love with the band. It casts a spell on you that was, for me, only broken when they released Bed Bugs and Ballyhoo. But it is, in typical fashion, it's dripping with iconography within the lyrics. They're a very imagistic band in terms of their lyrics, but here it all comes together in a way that, I don't know, like there's an extra chemical catalyst or something. It really just pushes it up to the next level. And so, as much as, like Matt was saying, we clown on Ian, but this might be the greatest song he ever wrote. This is, and they've written a lot of great songs. I mean, I'm kind of with Sean. It's not my favorite song by theirs, but it's powerful.
Yeah, definitely. So, listening to it now, it does hold up. It brings all the same emotion that it did. Maybe more now that I'm older. Who knows? The strings. I've always thought that the addition of strings to this, and particularly the song "Ocean Rain," which is actually my favorite on the album, I think. It really, elevates it. But yeah, great song. Still think it's great. I'll say he does repeat the chorus a lot at the end, but like as Matt said, the other one, he changes his vocal delivery. That one, he changes his vocal delivery in a great way. Like he said, at one point he kind of goes in a more minor kind of thing, and then at the end he sort of is talking the Ian McCulloch, like up against you, and it does bring you through an emotional kind of journey. So yeah, I think it's still pretty great. How about you guys?
Yeah, I actually. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's your song. I want to hear what you think.
Oh.
Is it perfect?
Well, we're not voting.
We won't vote yet, but
Oh, okay.
does it hold
However,
By the way, how do you win this show? I don't understand that.
up? By not being on it. No.
It's funny when I re-listened to it this week. I sat there and said, "Well, that first 3.5 minutes, like spectacular," and then in the last 2 minutes, I'm like, "Oh, there's a lot of la 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 la." But I agree with you, Matt. Where I listened to it multiple times, and I'm like, "Oh, well, yeah, it changes and it does this, and there's little chord changes, little things like that." So it's not the same. When I first listened to it earlier in the week, I'm like, "Oh, I didn't notice that before. How the last 2 minutes of the song is a lot of that." So that's what adds up to that almost 6 minutes. But I do. It holds up for me. It's like it's a song that as soon as I hear it, that the riff, the everything they do with it. I mean, it's just like so much in this song that is for me, personal history too. So I'm bringing that to it at the same time. But yeah, it's a phenomenal song. I can't deny its power and its musicianship, everything about it. So it holds up for me, and it still feels like when I first listened to it, how I feel today about it is the same. So,
All right.
timeless.
All right. How about Al? Why don't you go next?
Oh, I agree. It is timeless. It is, and also we talk a lot about Ian, but I think Will Sargent is one of the greatest musicians of that whole genre or that world of what I guess later became alternative music. He and his playing on this. And I think there's a lot of, it's not just the strings, there's a lot of interesting different instrumentation on this. I don't, for the most part, as people who have listened to this podcast know, I don't much care for long songs. I like songs that just take care of business and then move on to the next song. But this one is you don't even really notice it, as Matt said earlier.
All right. How about Matt?
Yeah. This song's incredible. It's this song could have been released yesterday and I would have believed it. It doesn't, even though it is certainly of that era in time, it doesn't necessarily feel completely in that era in time. And holds up today still.
Okay. And Sean, how about your reaction to it at this point, years later?
Totally. I mean, it is totally timeless. And weirdly, it could have been recorded 20 years earlier or 20 years later and been almost exactly the same song. And though my connection to it is laying in my dorm room in the dark, smoking, listening to the album, much like my hero.
Why were you on fire?
Back when you could actually smoke in dorm rooms, that just tells you, kind of where we're at. That's what it brings to me, right? That moment, that time in my life. But it could have been recorded yesterday, as Matt said, and you would feel like it fits. And so, yeah, totally timeless.
All right.
I did. Oh, sorry.
No,
I did want to point out that when I was copying the lyrics over, so I could just refresh myself on the lyrics and all that stuff, that the site that I got them from said you might also like "Hook" by Blues Traveler, "Hungry" by Paul Revere and the Raiders, and "Shiver" by Coldplay.
What?
That's some weird AI, man.
That's the four horses of the musical apocalypse right there.
Wow. Holy smokes.
That's a big.
I know.
It's a big might right there. You might.
Yeah.
You might.
Yeah.
These have also been referred to as music. No,
When they say AI hallucinates, I feel like we just got some further examples of that.
We hope you're enjoying this GenXplainers podcast. Please remember to find us and follow us on social media. And we'd much appreciate a 5-star rating on the podcast platform of your choice. Now, let's get back to the show.
Wait until you Give yourself to him, to him, to him, to him, to him, to him, to him.
All right. Well, let's vote on it. Make it official. Perfect song. So, Mike, you brought the song. Why don't you start?
I mean, I don't really, have any negative thing to say about it, except for, like I said, the last 2 minutes when I first listened to it, but then I'm like, it just keeps on, it holds up, and it's so powerful. So yeah, it's perfect for me.
Okay. Let's go to Sean on this now.
Perfect song. Like I said, transports you to you jumping through that portal, and you're there for 6 minutes. You come back out of the portal, it's like, well, that feels like it was about 5 seconds long. Perfect song. Perfect.
All right. Matt?
Perfect. As soon as I saw it on the list, I didn't even, I knew I was going to listen to it again and dive into it, but in my head, I'm like, this is perfect. I don't even have to think.
All right. And Al?
This song is unwillingly mine. It is. I do think it's perfect, and I'm not just saying that because my daughter would kill me if I said otherwise.
Oh, your daughter likes it?
Oh yeah.
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Here we
Don't
go.
screw this up, Matt.
You know what? I don't let other votes sway me. I love this song. It is a fantastic song. Listening to it now, I did mention I felt it maybe went on a little too long. Now, Matt, you mentioned how the vocals are modulating a little bit for each chorus that he repeats, and that really does help a lot. And I love when he does that. I think his vocal deliveries are always pretty good. It's very close. I think that his statement about it being such a good song raises the bar for me. If I'm going to agree with him, I mean, come on, dude.
Don't let Ian
Matt.
sway you.
Don't do it, Matt. Don't do it, you son of a bitch. Don't do it.
You got to pull
Would it
Ian
help?
out of the equation.
Would it help if I said it's the worst song of all time?
In that case, yes, it's perfect.
What about God, Matt? What about God?
Yeah.
Come on now.
I'm going.
Have you let
I'm going to
Ian
hell
into your
anyway. All right. I'm gonna have to say a very close no. And part of it is I like other Echo the Bunnymen songs. I feel are better. But
Lips
it doesn't
Like
mean
Sugar,
only
right?
one thinking. Yeah, Lips Like Sugar. That's the one.
Bring on the dancing horses.
Bring on that.
Oh,
I like their top 40 hits. Well, this is a top 40. No, don't get me wrong. Fantastic, very close call for me, but I did say no in this case. But go listen to it, everybody who's out there listening. It's a fantastic.
Spare us the cutter, Matt.
And you can and you can comment on how wrong I am. I would love if people would engage and tell me how foolish I am.
can we do that right now? Or are you talking about the...
You can do it.
No.
You're already
Hey, you know
Only
what,
be
Matt?
about this song, or can we do personal attacks?
as long as
And
you
you smell funny.
as long as you engage in the comments and get the algorithm to point at us, say whatever
Okay.
you want. All right.
Matt,
Well,
there are no wrong. I want to comfort you on your own show. There are no wrong answers here. You can have your opinion.
yeah, we
No matter how wrong it is.
Yeah, well, sure. We got a lot of flack, and I'm probably rightly so. We all said that "God Only Knows" by the Beach Boys wasn't perfect, so that's our
I
most.
missed that episode.
Wow.
What?
That's the most controversial thing we've
Too
ever
soon,
done.
Matt. Too soon.
Too soon.
Man, too retroactively soon.
That's right. Although Alan had mentioned that this week, sort of re-listened. I re-listened to some things, and I didn't change my vote, but I maybe changed my perspective.
I would change my vote, and not just because he died, because I was actually thinking about this earlier, and also not because my wife said I was full of shit.
Those are both valid reasons.
Not just because of that. I mean, partially
Yeah.
because of it. But
Is it because now Brian Wilson is haunting you, and he's saying, "How can you say?"
But you know what? He haunts me in such a harmonious way. I love it.
It is.
Okay.
It's a lovely haunting.
It is.
Again, that's another great song that was quite borderline. Anyway, I'm not going to defend things anymore.
What were some other songs you guys
We're
talked
gonna-
about?
And I think this Beatles band is kind of shitty. No.
And the national anthem?
Hot
what?
Okay, let's wrap this up. Thanks to the panel, and thank you for listening or watching or watching. Everyone, say bye-bye.
Bye.
See you guys.